Hello, Replay viewer. Thank you for connecting. I am Ami, broadcasting from Far East Japan. I have a Wednesday. Here is the Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. Share idea about the energy management using word as a tool and introducing the culture where I came from, which is Far East Japan. And once we become identify about non-physical energy, then it becomes an useful tool for conscious creation. When we notice it, and then we can use, unless otherwise it's invisible. So it's very difficult to manage invisible things. So here's an idea that the culture where I came from is using this word with energy frequently, and as to relate to this energy in everyday life. So everything is made of energy, and some energies are collective energy or nature or universe that requires quite an amount of energy to influence and direct, and some particular local energy to our everyday life is totally adjustable, using our personal power to direct the energy. When we give attention to, energy moves towards that. So that's how we can direct and use the energy for bettering, direct for more ideal way for everyday creation of our life. So that's what the idea. And I chose 7 words using this energy word. If you're familiar with this character, it's Ki. Use it for Reiki or Qigong, Tai Chi. Even the pronunciation is quite different. It uses the same Chinese character. This is energy. And anything to do with this character is about the relatedness with the energy, something to do with the energy, particularly. So, and when you pronounce ki, then that is coming from Japanese cultural influence, or the way to use as the relatedness to the energy. And when you use it as an chi, then that's a Chinese modality. So that's something that you can identify, that even sharing the same character, what's the origin of that methodology or idea to relate to the energy, which is unique to each regions and countries or the cultures. So what I learned is that people in Japan uses so many words with this energy character compared to Chinese wording. So it means that everyday casual, dialoguing, and the way to do is to noticing the energy, like read the energy, observe the energy, the culture of observing. That's what the fundamental characteristics of the people in Japan. So I chose 7 words that absolutely we can change our local creation, local connection to the energy, and world around us is influenced by what we change locally. So sharing the idea of how we can relate to this non-physical energy and to change the way to connect, relate, dedicate might give some new idea to become aware of what we can do consciously to use as a resource for a better end. So that's what the idea is. And for wellness as a wisdom, energy wisdom for Wellness Wednesday, which is today. So let me pick the wisdom word for this week. It's very hot here today. The word will be this one. Tat. This popping up frequently. This word is Marge. Marge. Hi, Mel. Marge. Margin energy is ki. So this frequently popping up as a wisdom. Happy Wednesday. If you are karate or martial art practitioner and might be familiar with ki, what exactly means from the wording is that margin energy, any energy that are available to our local state to gather together. It is the energy. Yeah, ki. Integrate available energy to your local creation with one laser-like direction towards chosen goal. So the karate, for example, the goal should be some particular movement or maybe to practice with the other person. So to proceed your movement, available energy, your consciousness, movement, or anything available to reach the goal, integrate as one laser-like force to reach the goal. So that's what it called ki, integrate energy. So this frequently popping up, and let's see how I can share a little bit better than the last time, hopefully. So the ki, even if you are not a martial art practitioner, here people in Japan uses ki to committing something for chosen action or chosen goal to act out. So before act out, take a time and inject that ki with the using the vocal as shouting ta, to call in all available energy here now to my action, and using the voice to recognizing own injection of the intention, commitment, and as an assign, as an cue to merge everything as the ki. So let's check what I wrote here. Ki. Okay. Ki-ai. Compound energy. Integrated power. Yeah, the energy, power. And with the root energy center, root chakra, first energy center, color red, is fully sure-footed. Like the safety, survival, grounding, rooting to kiai is the sure foot, sure step, down the earth kind of energy to act out before act out. That's what kiai with the root energy center, color red. And second energy center, which is a creativity, one-on-one relationship, is that passionate creation. To create, when we want to create something together, mostly together with a partner, and then to put some effort to extra intention, commitment to create passionately for pleasure. That's what for the kiai to creative. Before creating, it's just laser-like energy to inject. And the third energy center, it's the sense of self, will, power, ego to decide. Self-esteem is the dynamic, excellent achievement. So the self-affirming, the center, the committed to go for that chosen action. It's the stomach, solar plexus. So decide, the stomach means that inject the kiai and integrate, merge in the stomach to decide to go for the goal. Your will, chosen responsibility also to decide also to, when we are hard time choosing among some choices, and to sometimes we want to have that kiai to stick with the chosen action. So that's what also we use as an kiai. And the fourth energy center is the heart chakra. Love, compassion, caring, nurturing. With kiai is actually one love, oneness. So it's the unity power to dedicate to oneness, integrate as one large united energy. So the kiai for oneness, it's easily we can visualize under the flagship, the country or any kind of united flagship, and then we can call in this oneness energy to unite, right? So that particular, it just not connect, it's just more of committed to create the oneness, merging local energy to the field energy of oneness. That's what kiai with the fourth energy center, heart chakra. And fifth energy center, which is the throat chakra, express authentically, true voice. With Kiai is voice out in peace. Peace is kind of put that question mark on it. So peace out authentically. Sometimes that sensitive, true voice is very difficult to express, needing a courage. When it really close to the heart of the matter, it's the truth, true voice, and want to express it, really needing that extra energy to open up the heart and put that mind aside to allow heart to open and express. That really requires a ki. Like when you say I love you to someone you really care about in particular context. Sometimes it's very hard to say I love you to that point of connection when we really want to open up and to bring the heart with the voice. So, well, maybe we're not gonna scream as ta the ki to voice it out, but that invisible commitment or integration of whatever available energy support my act to expressing this emotion, openness, authenticity, authentic voice to this particular moment, and asking for universe or spirit guide, yeah, and help me hold in this space, allow my voice deliver authentically, that kind of feeling. So we need that ki for our own encouragement, bravery. And the third chakra, sixth energy center, color indigo, which is about intuition, intellect, perception, that with ki is channeling solid true source. Interesting. So this is about the intellect. It's like a channeling, wondering about being open to the inspirational or intuitive hunches, to receiving that thought or idea, information. With ki is that when we think about based on that knowledge and experience, that limit our choices, and then being open to channeling that source, truth, something true to ourselves, open heart, and then truth channeling is ki. Maybe this is quite an. I think I want to chew on this third eye with ki. Sometimes it's like opposite to ki, and being open to the information to come. So it's like a push and pull, and I may want to chew on this. How are we gonna merge energy to channeling this information? So then seventh energy center, which is the crown chakra, I want to go back to check the previous ki Wednesday, what I was saying about the sixth energy center, and then combine with the more integrated information at some point. So then seventh energy center, it's a crown chakra, divine, and consciousness, life path. with kiai is one with all that is. Yes, this is something that universe. Even if we are locally integrating energy, but we ask for anything that is available for the universe, or you name it, God or angels or spirit or whatever is available to achieve this chosen action to reach the goal or the outcome, and then we would like to open. So calling whatever we call it in Japanese is like, help us right now. If you are God or Buddha or the universe, anything that is Mother Earth, anything that is available, wind, mountains, ocean, God, whatever, support me, help me now to maximize my ability to do this. Support me. So that's something weird about the Japanese. It's ask for anything. So that's what that life and divine and higher self. Yeah, I know it's not only for one God, it's everything is energy. So anything that is available in the universe, and now I need the support. So that's the divine higher self, the universe support my act. So merge the energies. The seventh energy center, color purple, is that calling. It's like a holiness or anything is I'm open, and now it's needing then and calling everything to marshalling the energy to act out. So that's what the kiai. I know. Well, but actually, these are like we joke about this old wisdom with kiai. Like people believe in that even if you are not skilled enough yet, but asking with the kiai, put the kiai with the seventh energy center, and then it will work. It's like it's almost like it's another option or something. People talk about it. Yeah, you can add the kiai with this level, and then you're gonna make it. It was like, excuse me, that's not the option. I think. Yeah, it is Neighbor for sure, but it is like a absolute joke as an let's say the computer hackers, network hacking to protect the hacking softwares, right? And to do something before hacker is gonna kick into the system. You cannot protect the system only with kiai. Even all the employees are put the kiai on it, hacker is gonna come into if you're not protecting it. So you get to do the practical way that to do the work, and then on top of it maybe to put some kiai, but only the kiai cannot protect from the hacking. So that's what you use it as a joke, but yeah, good if we could. Yeah, I know. So it's very popular to put some kiai, and we use it as like, hey, that act is a lack of having kiai, or noticing that, hey, that person is having a lack of kiai, means it's like a committed intention, and it's visible from someone observing that particular movement or act or performance. That doesn't mean that a high energy. It's more of sort of like we notice that, intuitively know that it's the committed energy. So that's what the kiai is about, and then that is absolutely visible. Yeah, that is visible from outside. It's like it shows in some posture or It's sort of energetic being. I think you can pay attention to that as an oh, is this person is having enough kiai today, or enough embodiment of kiai. Of course, that sport, like any kind martial art, karate or kendo, anything, or maybe the team playing like a soccer or football, that this team has lack of having kiai, or if you see a world Olympic or World Cup tournament, and then some teams lower the skill but absolute overly carrying kiai sometimes. So if you do in presentation, they may say you lack kiai. Yeah, it's like when we practicing something, anything, even the presentation or performing, or and then a director or a coach. Yeah, and then it's like, hey, you guys need to put more kiai into it. It's visible. It's a absolute lack of kiai. That's a typical way to give the comment on performance or practice. Yeah. So that energy is visible, even the invisible, to commit to into it, but some level it shows up, because physical is embodiment of non-physical energy, idea or intention or love, and we carry that intended invisible energy and then act out and become visible. It's like you're saying they're not put in their heart. Yeah, heart into it. Heart is also that intention. The kiai is on top of the heart. It's more absolute. Heart is like a level of dedication, intentional, intended dedication from the heart level, deepness of the intention. And kiai is to bring all available to that intention. So it's like a more of a wrapping around that intention plus inject kiai. So that's what I think. There's two different things. The commitment and dedication is also visible, but extreme level of that oneness with the intention, and then the openness to have anything support that intention, that's kiai. And kiai is intentionally calling of available whatever to support me, kind of cue, instead of like a naturally deepening, seriously committing energy and then naturally being supported. That could happen too, but kiai is intentionally calling that energy level to bring that in here and inject with the conscious choice. So that's what the difference is. Does that make sense? That's a good conversation. Thank you for asking, Mel. That helped me become aware of the characteristics of the kiai. So, oh, nice. So it's if the skill level is the similar, for example, like a martial art, for example, or any kind of competition or sports or anything, the game, the skill level is the similar, same, and then on top of it, and we call it as an kiai, to how you can call that available resource and inject kiai. So perhaps that practicing the way to inject kiai is also there is an mastery, beginner to the mastery. It could be obvious for karate. Master is more, highly skilled to integrate this energy with kiai. So knowing that what will make that available energy to merge to use it for own chosen outcome. And at the very beginner stage, we got to scream. It's like a calling to learn about not only the skill, but it's more of one with the available energy to get that on our side for chosen action. Yeah. And lack of having kiai is it's if you are the only one person and then the task is the individual chosen experience, and then that's one person's level of injection inviting in that kiai. But if it's the task is for the teamwork, for the sports play with a number of people as on a team playing, and then the unity team energy need to bring in that kiai. So the one person's kiai is not gonna work. It's like we got to co-create. That's gonna be the fourth energy center, oneness with the kiai, the team kiai, to enhance the level of more than available skill, but to be uplifted with that kiai. So let's check what this elements card with each chakra energy center with kiai, and see what it comes up. That flexible essence aspect of that flexibility, flexible. Fifth energy center, throat chakra, to express, communicate authentically. Flexible. Kiai, to express flexibly. That's it's a very interesting combination. It's kind of hard to expressing it. Maybe I'm lucky of having kiai for this broadcast for kiai. So the expressing kiai, the true voice, to express with the flexibility. So that sometimes it's that flexibility and kiai is not gonna go merge. Oh, thank you. Flexibility and kiai is maybe it's a opposite direction, because Kiai is more like a laser, like one focused energy. And flexibility is being flexible, being open to the other idea. It's not only that committed. So, and to expressing true voice, the heart of the matter, authenticity to the world around us with kiai is perhaps the idea of what we would like to express in this way. For let's say, like expressing authentically to apologize. I am sorry. Sometimes it's very difficult to say that word in particular context, in the dynamic, and needing the kiai to bring the authentic apologies for that. And maybe the flexibility with authenticity, authentic expression, is that perhaps that word in itself is that I am sorry. It doesn't need to be that word, but to showing that apologies in other way could be a possibility. So that kiai is to show that authentic heart with expressing it. But the way we express can be flexible. But either way, the openly expressing, needing sometimes kiai. So especially when we want to have the kiai to express and something really close to the core, or the something really bothers that point of the connecting dynamic. So being flexible, finding that word might be a powerful way to use the kiai instead of fixing one way to show and put the kiai, and then sometimes it's not gonna work, and inviting in the flexibility. So in a way that if it's the movement, this particular way of action is the only way to reach the goal, and there is no flexibility. But being open to other way to move to reach the goal. So the focus is to the outcome. What's the outcome we want to have from injecting the kiai to openly communicate? It doesn't need to be that particular word, but to openly showing that communication for reaching the outcome flexibly. So it's very hard to go with flexibility with kiai, but I could interpret with that showing that true voice, put some kiai with openness. Maybe the openness, flexibility gives a power to use the kiai to reach the goal as what we would like to get. Hey, somehow that I got the power draining on this device again, and I may be losing you here, Mel. And then if that's the case, please move to Twitch or YouTube. If I lose here on Twitter, I think this becomes so hard. So, okay, so would you like to pick the keyword for this week, Mel? Great. So can you pick the number between 1 to 7 for me to pick the keyword, energy word? For you. 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The word you picked is the book hon. Book, home, and energy. Book of energy is honki. Honki. This is the committed, serious commitment energy. Seriously, book of energy to commit to the goal or chosen action. So let me pick that aspect here. Top, the purple, the 7th energy center color purple. It's about divine, higher self, life purpose, consciousness with honki and flexible, flexibility. So, honki with kiai, yeah, indeed, kiai, put the kiai, and honki is more of own local intention, initiation, and dedication. And kiai is to, based on that honki, and call in all available energy around in the universe to dedicate, join me, support me, kind of. So the honki is the more core energy of the first energy that we need. Honki. Interesting. What I honki is a serious commitment, ever changing, dedication, and the faith. The 7th energy center with the honki is the faith, energy of faith with the serious dedication. So it's like a knowing that being supported by higher self when we commit to dedicate for that particular chosen act or relationship. It's gone. I lost that Twitter device. No wonder it's so I'm just want to wait here a little bit. And honki is decision. So the energy of committing, serious, dedicated. Hi, Mel. Thank you for coming here. Sorry that I think this device needing some solutions here. But yes, so the book of energy with 7th energy center is the divine energy of faith, that when we commit to some chosen goal, outcome, anything like action, relationship, the way to being aligning, or to create anything that we chose seriously committing with energy of faith, that being taken care of, being guided when we commit with flexibility. So the flexible is that we like to have some maybe that's just my personal experience, when we commit to dedicate or choose particular action or being part of, or to create and dedicate continuously, and wanna see some progress, or plan to see kind of how am I doing, how's the world around is responding as the way that we wanted to have, or wish to be aligning. And so it's like it's easy to get judgmental, in case of myself, once I commit to do it. And then being open to the idea of the universe or energy of faith, that if feels like it takes forever to reach the goal, that I committed to be on that path. And being flexible to let go of own idea of this should be in this way, but to open to the energy of faith and to be led. And just to, what we can do is to locally book over energy to continuously dedicate, commit seriously with the openness. So this also is like flexibility and serious commitment is kind of like, different type of energy, but we can have both, to seriously committing and then being flexible. It can be on the same plate, and then openness to align to the outcome that we chose. So the Honki is a book of energy. If it's a two pages of energy, and then it's not going to be a book, right? So it's like on and on and on and on, and many pages of that dedicating energy is the serious energy. So maybe we may want to give it a openness, and just to dedicate, show the seriousness as an page 1 to 300 without judging around the page 150 or something. And then being flexible, but just to go for that could be a good idea for with the energy of faith. If we are feeling the stiff, they're in this committed creation, being part of that journey. However, that serious energy, and we use this for also the relationship, like any kind of relationship, partnership, business partnership, intimate relationship. And this seriousness is also change the way how serious it would be. If it's coming from unhealthy seriousness, sometimes that we recognize at the middle of this process as like, gee, that was a mistake, or I see in a different way, and I think that was unhealthy. And when we become aware of that, and then we can also flexibly change that. We have the power. So sometimes when we commit and then never change, that is sort of the discipline I came from when I was a child. When you start and then never stop, never quit, kind of, never change the course. But we can always change it. That's a paradoxical thought. But change is also the power. So it's like being flexible. And what is the important factor to me so far I learned is that to do not stay with the destination that we wished for. Yeah. So the outcome, what you would like to have, it's that loving relationship or happy family, or exciting career path. And that outcome must stay there. But the way we experience that can be flexible. And that way of experiencing is changing because we are growing and evolving. And maybe we experience it and then it thought that would fully align to the outcome that we wanted to have. But it was not the case. And then we first time learned that lessons when experience it sometimes. And then if we didn't like it, and then why not let go? That's also a flexibility. However, that outcome of the fulfillment that we wanted to have at the very beginning must stay. The foundation must be the same, but method or the way we experience can be flexible. That's what I would like to see. So the honki is that when I was honki, when I was in love with the first love back in the teenager, it was serious love, it's honki. But hey, look at that's the teenager, right? And then is that a bad thing that I no longer honki with that boyfriend? I don't think so. After 50 years, because we change, right? Grow. So, this it's good to periodically review how we came from and then openly review that energy, the book of energy. And at the middle of that book, and then they realize that it's boring and then we want to stop going to the book, and then maybe we want to put some pause on there. That's also a flexibility. And again, that this paradoxical structure is that because we are changing, we are evolving, and it took me a while for me to get that paradox. It's like, how come I am unable to change it, or is that okay to change it, or do not change it? It's very confusing. But because we are also changing ourselves, so that need to be adjusted. So then the flexibility becoming the power. Well, thank you for connecting and joining. Today I feel like one of these challenging day for me to connect in this word, and energetic read. But hope you can get the idea a little bit of kiai and honki. Honki, I think that this honki book of energy also like to reviewing the way how we can use this book of energy for each chakra. Yeah, so I learned that kiai and honki, the book of energy. This is going to be my homework to defining the way. Thank you. Yeah. So serious energy is and this honki is quite different from routine energy that we had the other day. That continuously routine energy, patient and continuous dedication to chosen, creation. It's quite different from honki. So it doesn't need to be routine, but serious commitment. So maybe the one-time serious commitment, and then change because energy changes. So the flexibility and divine consciousness, energy of faith. But it's good to have that like a strong committed as like a book like strong committed energy is needed for our creation. And we use this as an if we are not committing and then it's visible too, it's like, hey, look, she doesn't look like honki, we don't look like honki. It's just a playing around. It's not committing or not so into it, but just playing around. So that is also visible, and we use it as like, hey, let's do it with honki. Means like, let's get into it. Kind of dedication. Well, thank you so much, Mel. Happy hump day. And I hope that I can come back next week to pick another word to share some energy wisdom. So then it may help to expand the awareness of invisible element as an energy. Oh, thank you so much. So let us connect our own energy as an one energy before closing here as usual, taking a conscious breath from nose, intaking into lungs, stomach, and let that out slowly. Let's do it 2 times today to connect each part of ourselves as one, and then the second one connect as one energy with honki. So ready? Let us take a long deep breath, counting 3 now, 2, 3, hold it. The next one, let's use the vocal saying ah. can connect by reminding that we are all connected under one sky, and then closing here. So let's inhale in from the nose. 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much, replay viewing. I truly appreciate you leave the sum or subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Truly appreciate that. And Monday I do the personal power reminder to think better, feel better, being better for conscious creation. Learned about healthy way of thinking, unhealthy way of thinking. To choose for healthy way to build the non-physical mind muscle. That's the reminder on Monday. And then Wednesday, share in the key energy word to identify non-physical energy to as an element, so then we can use consciously for better. And that's the Wednesday Wellness Wisdom Wednesday today. And thank you, Mel. I truly appreciate your presence for live. I'm so grateful to be able to connect with you. You have a wonderful night, and I see you when I see you. Thank you. Bye.